Okay, I've returned my snowflakes into that diamond formation so that I can now show you how to create a second story on top of this. And that's why it is important that that little rectangular hole is right at the top when you're making multi-story sculptures. Okay, so we're going to set our card aside and work on the second story, and then we'll actually just add it to this. Okay, I'm going to need 4 more snowflakes. And again, I'm going to choose 2. And I'm going to pay attention to my little rectangular hole. I want to make sure that it's at the top on both snowflakes. Now, normally you would want your notched spoke to be next to your rectangular hole. That's how we did it when we did our first story. But in the case of the second story, we're actually going to turn that over so that I can line 2 rectangular holes right over the top of each other. Because for the second story, it's actually going to be an X. And so this is 2 of the spokes of our X, and then our other 2 snowflakes will create the other 2 spokes. Okay, so again, I'm going to look for my little notched spoke. I'm going to fold in those tabs so that it's skinny. And then I'm going to go ahead and put that through both of those holes at the same time. Now, quick little check, where's my rectangular hole? Okay, it's at the top, so that means that'll work. So I'm going to go right through both holes just like that, and then I'll open up those tabs. Okay, you can see I've got 3 of the spokes of my X done. It gets a little wobbly here, but we're going to try and hold it in place. And again, I'm going to put my other snowflake to complete the X right through from the front. There's our X that we have created with our 4 snowflakes. And that is the second story to our sculpture. So let's bring our sculpture back over here again. This little X here is just going to link right on top of that right there. And we'll do that using those little tabs. So if I separate the bottom here, I can get to that tab. I can slide it right into the hole of one of my snowflakes below. And then I'm just going to go right around the sculpture, adding that tab through that rectangular holes. And then once I get all of my tabs through, then I like to kind of bend my snowflakes back straight again. We don't really want those tabs coming out. So this is how you'd make a 2-story sculpture. And you can see that the bottom story is a diamond and the top story is an X. And if I were to continue with a 3rd story, then I would make another diamond. Now, once I get to 2 stories, I can actually complete this into a diamond, this into a diamond. I can go outward and make bigger sculptures. One thing that you do need to know is that a 6x6 card isn't going to quite cover a 2-story sculpture. As you can see, it's sticking out. So we would need to increase the card to a 7x7.